Okay, y'all. A lot of information is coming out right now. The parents is coming out talking. They're telling Karmelo's side of the story. Cheerleaders are coming forth. There's even a woman that just came forth and said that the apple don't fall far from the tree. And that Austin and his twin brother, they learned it from their daddy, y'all. She said the daddy did the same thing to her as they did to Karmelo. So, y'all, it's a lot of information coming out right now. There are a lot of stuff coming out right now that you would not believe. And the reason why the parents were so quiet and all of this stuff is because they had that gag order on and they couldn't talk. Y'all, we about to get to it, y'all. Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to my day ones, twos, threes, and fours. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all and welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so everything is alleged, some is not, and the Fair Act use is in my description box, y'all. So let's get to it. Y'all, I'm glad I took down some of those videos that was posted up about what was going on when people were lying back and forth. But I did say in my video that we wasn't there, so we don't know what is going on. And due to the fact that they didn't have this public, this case public, we had to go off of people that were inside of the courtroom. And I know Ticket over there about to have a heart attack, hollering at everybody, talking about, y'all were running with fake news. How you supposed to know if it's fake news if you ain't in the courthouse to see what's going on? People was going to listen to the people that was in the courthouse. So calm down, please. Okay, he about to have a heart attack over there. People did not know. They only went off of what people were saying that were in the courthouse. Now, is everybody to know that some of these people was there to just cause chaos? We didn't know that. We finding that out now, but we didn't know that. Just like the parents didn't know that when they put the gag order on them and when they picked that lawyer that they were going to get, a backdoored, because that's exactly what they got. They got backdoored, y'all. Now, there's a lot of information that is being corrected right now. Word on the street is Karmelo does have a new lawyer, but it's a public defender, y'all. Word on the street, it's a public defender. People are running around lying, saying that the parents came forth as well and said that they did not spend the money on themselves. They spent the money on their child, and they were lied to. This is why they were so quiet and they wouldn't say nothing, because they were told not to say nothing, so they wouldn't mess the case up. When the case been messed up, they already knew what they were going to do to Karmelo. Once, the trial started, it was already in the mix. People were posting up stuff, him in a dress. I would have posted that, but I'm not going to post that mess up. They were saying that, saying that he had cootie cat lips. They had his lips circled, saying that, that he was going to get, did dirty in jail. This is what they were posting up. Him in a dress and all kind of stuff. These people already knew what they were going to do before that trial even started, y'all. He didn't even have a chance. But at least he would have got his story out if he would have took that stand. He wasn't allowed to. They said so much information was, not presented in that trial. Lord have mercy, y'all, they messed up all over the place. And I'm going to tell y'all this. This next trial that's coming with this appeal, it's going to be off the chain. They're getting the best of the best lawyers. People are, activists and stuff is coming forth, speaking to the family now, and they are helping them pick lawyers and all kind of stuff. Y'all, it ain't even got started yet, okay? This is not over by the least little bit. And that's the truth. Boy, oh boy. It's so sad listening to the parents say tell how they were tricked, basically, to not say nothing because they didn't want to make it look as if that they were, saying that it was about race and all of that stuff. Well, all behind closed doors, this is what they were planning and plotting on in the first place, to make Karmelo look like he was a bad kid, which he wasn't. What kid that's bad is holding down 2 jobs and getting straight A students? And a straight A student. What kid is doing that that's running the street and getting in trouble? I told y'all they couldn't find nothing on him. So they made the parents be quiet and not tell what he was really like. They didn't present, character witnesses. They didn't present, y'all. They barely had any witnesses on Karmelo's side. And the ones that they did have, look who they had, y'all. The person that invited him in the tent. And we're going to talk about this person that invited him in the tent, y'all, because this stuff is serious business right now. A lot of stuff is coming out, okay? Now, this is Karmelo's girlfriend. This is Karmelo's girlfriend. Now, before I get started, I want to say this. He was placed in at Metcalf, the guy that was the wardens. But they said that this is the place where they stop first. And then they'll put where they're supposed to be put. But, you know, they said it usually take a little while. You be there for a little while. It was rushed and he was gotten out of there and sent somewhere else. Now, just because he got sent somewhere else doesn't mean he's safe. Does not mean he's safe, y'all. Because I'm just telling you, you're dealing with people with money. You're dealing with people that, you know, have a problem with people of color. And apparently, these McCaffs, they have a problem with everybody. It ain't even just about a race with them. They just demonic people. I'm gonna just put that out there. And they like to be chaotic. This is why in the first place Austin wasn't supposed to be at the track meet in the first place. This is why he was on punishment in the first place from even coming. Y'all, it's a lot of stuff coming out. And one thing that's coming out for surely sure is and I said this. I said the person that invited him in that tent seemed like it was a setup, right? Well, the person who invited him in the tent was his Karmelo's girlfriend's relatives. Y'all, you can't make this up. This is Karmelo's girlfriend. The person that invited him in the tent is some kin to her. See what I tell y'all about mixing these races, that people don't care about you in the end. And word on the street, according to the parents, the person that invited him in the tent was the one that was chasing him, trying to put paws on him. Yes, y'all, when the altercation took place and he started recording, he lied and said that he was pretending like he was recording. This is how they got away with deleting the video. When they got to the courthouse, according to the parents, he said the one that invited him in the tent, he was pretending like he was recording. He wasn't really recording. This is his girlfriend's relatives, y'all. He didn't have a chance in the world. And word on the street is the relative turned on him and tried to jump him too. After the altercation took place and Austin was stuck. Yes, his girlfriend's relative that invited him in the tent, I have to keep saying this so y'all know, it's the one that was chasing Karmelo, the one that invited him. Y'all, I would eat that Asika up in court when they do the appeal. Okay, y'all? I would break him off something nice in that courtroom if I was the lawyer that's doing this appeal. Y'all, when I tell y'all, this is why they tell y'all to try to stick to your own races. Now, yeah, you're going to run into some bad apples in your own race, but still, it's nothing deep like this type of situation. Everybody got in that courthouse and turned on Karmelo, y'all. Everybody. Okay? And word on the street is a lot of people felt coerced to do what they did, y'all. Word on the street, okay? There were people out there with vests on threatening that if they did not, basically he was coercing the doggone jury. Because they were saying that this guy was outside the courthouse saying that if they don't get a guilty plea, that it was going to go down. It was going to go down. And that alone, y'all, that alone should be another trial for that alone. For somebody out there threatening the jurors. So if they threatening the jurors, how do you thought the other kids felt that might have wanted to tell the truth? And in this case, I don't see any that did. If you was attached to this female right here that claimed she loved you so much, why did her family member come out there and lie? According to the parents, that's what she's saying. And then his girlfriend had the nerve to put this post up, y'all. Hold your head high, my sweet boy. You are not alone. We're fighting for you always. I love you more than words. Yeah? Well, why didn't you talk to your family member? You knew if your family member didn't like him. And this is what I tell y'all. You get lured into these relationships of other colors. And then, you know, that yeah, everybody's smiling in your face. But behind your back, they talking about you. And I'm going to tell y'all. I'm going to ask y'all this question. If his girlfriend, okay, brought him, Karmelo, around her family members, you think she didn't know which ones was racist? which ones that didn't like certain people of color, which ones didn't like him because they probably was jealous of him, which ones didn't want to see her with him because he was a person of color and they'd rather you be with your own race. You think that she didn't know this? I'm sitting in my chair right now and I can tell you probably about which one of my family members would be, a little racist, y'all. Or act like they think that they better than other people. I can tell you people that don't care one way or the other. Anybody else can too. Anybody else can too. When it comes to dating outside of your race. Y'all, this is a hot mess here. This is a hot mess right here. Now this is coming out. This is why I said it was so important for him to take that stand so people could know his side of the story. When that court case went so fast, we still was left with unanswered questions. And for you to go through a trial and still not know what happened, that you have to listen to the parents come out and tell his side of the story because he wasn't allowed to talk. Because this is what they suggested him not take the stand. Y'all, Lord have mercy. This is a mess right here. This is a mess. Now we have cheerleaders. Cheerleaders that's from the same school as Austin them is saying that, these were problematic boys. Let's listen to this, y'all. I want y'all to listen to this. This is crazy. Give me a second.
Secret Service here with a Karmelo Anthony Austin Metcalf update. Here's an email I have obtained. I believe it to be real. Just listen to this. One of the cheerleaders complaining about the twins. Coaches, the other cheerleaders and I have tried to make an effort to stay supportive and spirited throughout the football season. However, the disrespect we feel coming from some of the football players is making it very difficult. Today, after our game against Liberty, some of us cheerleaders in uniform went to Canes. While talking amongst ourselves about the loss, Hunter Metcalf stood up and yelled that my friend and fellow varsity cheerleader is a fat bitch. I don't understand what triggers his rages, but to yell this unprovoked made us all really upset and was incredibly embarrassing for my friend, as everyone is in Canes looked at her and started laughing.
So these twins like to start shitika, okay? They're in there with their friends, and they calling one of the cheerleaders or her friend a fat B. They love to pick, y'all. This is what it is. And I'm going to tell you this. Karma going to spend blocks on Hunter, too. Because it ain't out of his system. And apparently, the daddy is the same way. Keep listening, y'all.
We see the Metcalfs act out time and time again, but we trust that there's no repercussions or some sort of consequence, so we stay out of it. But for it now to be directed towards one of the people that shows up to every game to support and cheer them on is astounding to me. After they left Canes, one of the other football players told us that Hunter said his hands were bisexual, implying that he would not only hit guys, but also girls.
So this guy is bragging about putting his hands on not only men, but women too. This is why I said it was so important for character witnesses to come forth. People of his own peers, same race, take that stand and say, these boys are always picking. This is what they do. They pick. They start shitika and they get away with it because of who their parents was connected to. And there's still, questions that his parents is close to the judge and they all know each other and all of this stuff. And I'm not surprised. But because if his first cousin is a warden at a prison, you think that his first cousin ain't going to be at some parties or he ain't going to be at parties with them. You think that these wardens don't hang out with prosecutors and judges? Think again. Listen.
She is not embarrassed but genuinely scared, especially after seeing the way he can act on the field. I'm only coming to you because I feel that you should be aware that he is acting like this in public spaces, which is not good for our school's representation and is discouraging us from keeping the cheerleading them on. I'm sorry for even having to come to you about this, but after tonight, it truly feels like it's getting out of hand. I recognize that he may be upset that we lost, but there is no justification for the way he treated my friend tonight. I would also appreciate for my name to stay confidential as...
Listen to this mess. Cheerleaders don't even want to cheer their own team on because of the twins. Now you see why they wasn't allowed? They were kicked out of the track meet? And at the last minute, the coach let them came anyway? The cheerleaders don't even like them. They don't even want to cheer for them, y'all. They can't stand them. And at the same time they're reporting this, look what they're doing. Saying, please keep my name confidential. Don't tell who is saying this. But they are problem people. People are scared of them, y'all. They're scared of them. They're scared of who they know. They're scared of what they represent. They're scared of everything that has to do with these twins. And their family and their connections, y'all. These people of their own race is coming out saying something about them. Keep listening, y'all.
I fear what they would do if they knew. Why did Mike Howard not enter this in Karmelo Anthony's defense? There's so much that has been left out of this trial that we will keep it awake, and I will always expose their secrets for...
Yeah, let me tell you something. Word on the street is they collected over $600,000. This is how people was concerned about Karmelo. And they wanted him to get justice. This guy, this lawyer, swooped in there and got that money. And didn't do nothing, y'all. Nothing. Now they have to start all over again, collecting money again, to help them do this appeal. This is crazy on so many levels. And then they got dummies out here spreading lies saying that the mom and the daddy went and bought a new house. They went and bought new cars. These people look like they were balling out of control before this trial even started, y'all. Before this incident even happened. They had a little money. They had a nice house. They had nice cars. They even got videos of them out there posting, I think, a car as a gift or something like that. These people had a little money. And I'm sure they worked hard for it to be in that neighborhood that they were in. Now, the reason why they moved is because of threats. Because of threats. And they were doing the same thing that they were doing to Nicki Minaj, calling and lying so the police could show up at their house and all of this, the doxing, whatever you call it. They were doing this to the parents. They had to move. And what was they supposed to go move? If they already had a nice house, you think they wasn't going to move into another decent house? But they got people online that's spreading this lie. Because they want people to not even donate money to help Anthony. This is why these lies is being spread. And that black guy that was standing outside the courthouse, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. He came out there and said 4 people, they surrounded him and and he saw a footage that nobody else seen but him, allegedly. There was no footage, y'all. The parents saw the footage that everybody else saw. And it was 2 people walked up to, according to the parents and according to what their son said. 2 people walked up to him, which were those twins, y'all. Those twins. And both of them are problematic. Both. And the person that invited him in that tent turned on him, y'all. He tried to jump him too. Word on the street. This is what the parents said, not word on the street. This is what the parents say that happened to Karmelo. So, to see the look on his face, I'm sure he was disgusted that he hung out with his girlfriend's family members. And they got on that stand and said they didn't even know him. They got on that stand and lied, said that they wasn't friends to him. And they got him in that tent and they turned on him. It was chasing him. This is why he ran. This is why he ran. Now, if he was just, go jab somebody and run, or this and that, or he wanted to do this on purpose, why did he got cut too? According to the mom and the daddy, his hand got cut. So that was definitely a tussle. Y'all, you got 2 brothers. And they try to act like only one brother came up on him. both brothers came up on him. And both of these brothers are professional judo people. Okay, y'all? They know this type of fight. Y'all, Lord have mercy. Plus, they were way bigger than him. And the daddy said they bigger than him. So if the daddy bigger than his son, and the twins is bigger than him, they would even intimidate the daddy. So you think Anthony wasn't scared? Y'all, Lord have mercy. Let's keep going, y'all. This is who walked up on him, weighing over 100 pounds more than him. Two brothers, two twins, came to kick him out of the tent. Just like, according to this woman right here, they did her. The daddy did her. This woman right here came out, and I'm about to play her video too. Let's play her audio. Let's play her audio too.
Metcalf's dad. This lady and what she said about Austin Metcalf's dad. Obviously, the defense rested today. Tomorrow's closing arguments and then deliberation. But this lady here is claiming the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
I'm not gonna deal with Jeff Metcalf and his racist ass shit. The lady he learned the damn season. Bullied him and his family, bullied us out of our seat. The whole reason we're here in this trial. That's how this trial came to be, is because his kids are bullies who want to bully people out of their seat. And what did he do? He turned around and sat and did it to all of us inside the courtroom and laughed about it. So where do you think his kids learn to be bullies at? That's all I'm saying.
She said she was in the courtroom and the daddy bullied them out of their seats. She said this is where he get it from. The daddy. The whole family is bullied. And this is probably why it's backfiring on him, because word on the street. Now, I don't know if this part is true or not, but this is what's going around. That the twins jumped on the daddy. That's why his arm was broke, y'all. He know these sons of his are the same way he is. But of course he gonna get on the news and play victim. Oh, my son this, oh, my son that. Then he gonna say, Karmelo Anthony parents didn't even want to hear the sentencing of this and that. He said they wasn't even in the courthouse for this and that and this. They failed their son. No, you failed your sons. You failed your sons. Your sons is the ones out here bullying people. Your sons is the ones that the cheerleaders don't even want to cheer for the team for. Your sons is the problem, not Karmelo. Your sons is the problem. Karmelo has no background of picking on nobody, y'all. Going to work every day, going to school every day, helping around the house. His mama said he had hobbies. He liked to cook, all kind of stuff. He was into. He stayed out of trouble. But on the other hand, Austin and his twin, they stayed in trouble all the time. They intimidated people over and over and over again. And right now to this day, people are coming forth, cheerleaders, saying that he did this and he did this and this is how they make us feel and this is how they pick on us when we are in a restaurant eating or whatever. And please don't tell them our name. They're scared too, y'all. They're scared.
As y'all can see, she was fired up. Now, I did see some of y'all asking about, like, what were the things that Karmelo said when he was arrested or when he was detained? And I did catch this over on Facebook specifically, that one of the officers wrote. During this time, the suspect said verbally out loud, "I was protecting myself." While walking him off the track, the suspect also said he put his hands on me. While the suspect sat on the ground, I advised that I had the alleged suspect. The suspect then responds and says, "I'm not alleged, I did it." And then down here, as I was walking to the squad car, the suspect was emotional and said he put his hands on me. I told him not to.
And he was crying, y'all. What person that does something to somebody on purpose is sitting back crying? Ask yourself this question, y'all. But oh, ain't they working fast? Oh, ain't people working round the clock? When I tell you activists, they done got the best of the best activists out here to take the wheel to this whole situation. And things about to get done. Now, y'all, this ain't no regular activist. This woman, top of the line, y'all. She come at politicians. So you think that she's not going to break down this corrupt judicial system in this state? Think again. Think again. y'all. So all I can say is stay tuned. A lot of information is coming out. That black guy that was outside the court saying that all this stuff, it was all made up. You got people that come out there to start stuff. The black guy wasn't the only one that came there to start some stuff. There's a guy that got arrested that was out there threatening, saying that if they don't, find him guilty, that it's gonna go down. He was threatening people. He got arrested too for terror to the risk behavior. He's locked up right now. And word on the street, this white guy that was out there threatening people, saying that they better convict him. This is somebody that Trump pardoned, y'all. Trump pardoned. And you would think that Trump would have some type of announcement and say something. You know what I'm saying? You would think he would say something about something. There are presidents that come forward on situations like this. And he quiet as a mouse right now. One of your little minions, back at it again. You released them back out. So you should say something about something. Okay, y'all? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Word on the street is Charleston White has donated $75,000 to the family. Yes, y'all. Charleston White. So many others are coming forth donating money. And if I'm not mistaken, they said Cardi B was going to give some money too. People are coming forward. Now, I be looking at Charleston White a little side-eye because he was just hanging out with her Govan. Okay? Acting like they were buddies. You can't, act like you care about one person and not another. Especially at how they did Dolph. But you have to give him his flowers. He did just give $75,000 to this family. So that they can start all over again. All I say is, keep hope alive. Keep praying on the situation. Because the right people are surrounding themselves around this situation. And it's going to definitely be a different outcome in this appeal. Oh, yeah, it is, y'all. Now they got time to go question people. Now they got time for this. Now, what they going to do about trying to get them to the stand, I don't know. Because word on the street is a lot of people is intimidated by these twins and their family and their friends. Okay, y'all? So stay tuned. Stay tuned. And I wish that, a ticket would stop blaming people for these people putting out fake news. If we wasn't in a courthouse, only thing you had to hold on to was what people that were in the courthouse coming out saying. So please calm the F down. Okay? It doesn't make no sense. We're all on the same team. We're all on the same team. We're the majority of us. Okay, y'all? That wants justice, okay? That wants, the right person to have a light at the end of that tunnel, y'all. That's all we want. So you cannot, keep bashing people because, you take something and you run with it. You ain't perfect either. You done said some things that wasn't true. You be out here doing things too. So stop dragging people. And get it together so that and find a solution for even the bloggers to do outside of you thinking that you know everything and that your people is the best and the this and the that. This is why I said it was so important for Karmelo to say something. Because nobody knew and only thing we had was to hold on to what we were hearing. So please calm down and stop acting stupid and ignorant because it doesn't make sense. Over there just going crazy. And they came and they ran with this. That is so stupid to me. It's like I listen to some people's page and at the same time, all the hollering. Oh, listen to what the daddy said. Listen, this. He said it was two people. We didn't know that until he came out and told us. They were so secretive in that courtroom that they did not want anything out. So we were just happy that somebody was in the court that could tell us something. So stop knocking people for not knowing when they wasn't there. Only thing you can do is go to your page and correct it. Just like I said that they had a new lawyer. I didn't know it was a public defender. I found out today it was a public defender. People in my comments were saying that they heard it was a public defender. I was like, I don't know, but we'll see. So he's not going to have a public defender for long. That's one thing for surely sure. Because right now, the parents are going through lists of lawyers now that they have been given by activists. Okay, y'all? So we are going to get to the bottom of this mess, one way or the other. A lot of people is saying, if you know people in that jail where he's at, tell them to protect him. Keep an eye on him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is coming forth. It takes a village, right, y'all? Everybody is coming forth. People is saying, try to put some money, keep money on his books and stuff like that. That kind of keep the vultures off of you. If you got money on your books and stuff like that, and you can pay people to leave you on a loan or get them something to protect you or whatever it may be. Make sure he have that. Instead of everybody just running their mouth, make sure he has that help. And a lot of people is not just looking at this as Karmelo Anthony parents' problem. A lot of people feeling like this could happen to them. This is why they taking this so serious, y'all. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Please like, share, subscribe if you like the video. And thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.